car if you don't go to my church.
Wait a second. Are you filming? Is this live? Can you just repeat this again for me?
I've had church people tell me right to my face, because I do not belong to their church, that they won't even give me a cup of coffee, let alone put gas in my car, and I live in my car.
Right.
They will tell me. Or they've told me, we've helped you before, we will never help you again. Or, I mean, I could tell you things. I was told to go over to this place at like 26th and K or Capitol or whatever. They said they would store my car and I could stay there for 2 weeks minimum. So I go there, they won't let me stay there or store my car there. So it's just, look, I know the economy's bad, but I don't understand it. I've seen it both sides of the coin. A 7-year volunteer at Loaves and Fishes until I became homeless this year, and now I'm not volunteering currently. But it's a big loop. Once you get homeless, then most people say you're a druggie. Well, I couldn't find a job, that's how come I lost my place. Never been in trouble for drugs a day in my life, you know, and it's bad. And then out here around this time of the year, most of these people are homeless, but over there by Loaves and Fishes for the last month, 30 to 50% of the people that aren't homeless, they maybe were at one time, but then they're taking food out of my mouth. I have not even been given one gift card. $5 McDonald's card, a Target card, nothing. And I got people coming down here that aren't homeless that used to be taken from us, that what little that comes down here, because it's less than it used to be. Right. Again, very thankful for what I've gotten. Most of what I'm wearing, you see, if someone gave to me, and by the grace of God, or I'd be dead, because cold hurts me that bad. Yeah. Physically hurts to be cold. But it's, you know, but when you all come down here and the feed and the clothing, at this time of the day, most people are actually really homeless. Yeah. You come down later or really early. But it's a vicious cycle. Yeah. You know, you get homeless and what do? You know, if you're a guy, you're really SOL. If you don't got a kid or an old lady.
Yeah, and everyone's losing their house. My best friend lost his house this year in a foreclosure, you know, and he has a 14-year-old son, and you know, luckily we have friends that were like, hey, you can come and sleep on my couch or whatever. But he lost, you know, he lost everything, and you know, he went through a divorce, and just life spiraled out of control, and it is a vicious cycle. What was your name, by the way?
Dennis. Like Dennis Menace.
I'm Jack. Dennis the Menace. All right.
I was a single father. My son's 20 now. I was a single father from 5 months old. And I've had homelessness a couple times, you know, for one reason or another. But now that it's just me, literally, and I'm, you know, like I said, I could tell you so many different reasons why they won't help you. It's just a shame. But
Dennis, let me ask you this question, right? And I want to just first of all just apologize for people that are involved in church that have, you know, that have turned you away and it basically came at you in an unloving way. Let me ask you this: what would be the number one thing for you, aside from, let's say, housing, right? What is the best way that people from the church or the community can communicate love and make you feel valued, make us feel valued in general? What would you say does that, you know?
Well, this is what I used to do when I wasn't homeless. I would take somebody and bring them to my place, let them spend the night. I hand wash their clothes, feed them, whatever it takes. There aren't a lot of people out there that'll be able to do that, but that's something I believe God wants me to do.
Right.
I believe God wants me to help homeless. I believe it so thoroughly that my son is going to do the same thing when he gets to where he has money.
Yeah.
Where someone comes out and talks to me like you are, I'm about to start crying. That's really what someone needs. If you can't put me in a house, which is really hard for you to do, to actually make sure that you let me know that you care. By the fact that y'all are standing here talking to me, you make me feel like you care. And that, that means a lot. I've had over 20 near-death experiences or times where I should have died before this year in my life. Over 20, and this has been the worst year of my life. And y'all are about ready to make me cry because I'm happy because you're giving me the time to talk to me.
Dennis, thank you.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Thanks, bro. Thanks for sharing your heart, bro.
BreatheLifeRadio.com, man.
You know, I'm for sleeping wise.